I'm feeling curious, want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on, here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay, we'll take it slow.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Orlando Magic. It's been hard to come by a W lately for this Orlando group. Dismal record over the last 10 games, just 2-8. Nothing seems to be going their way right now. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus?
Well,
Have you maintained focus?
Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you through this because the veterans have been here before. They can kind of lead you and guide you.
Do you feel focused right now?
Not at all.
No. Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes 3 of us. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
On the floor, representing the Atlanta Hawks. At center, Miles Bryant. At power forward, Will Barrett. At the other forward position, Torian Prince. At shooting, Ken Payton. At the other guard position, Dennis Schroeder. The head coach of this team is Mike Betters.
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. The Hawks here looking to pick up 1 on the road before returning to Atlanta. They're hungry for wins and have to look at this as a great chance facing another struggling team. We'll see if they can seize the opportunity.
And right now for the Hawks, what a slow start they've gotten off to. At least they have enough time to still get things going here in the right direction.
They do have time, and they do have talent.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. no problems knocking that one down. Babbitt's got his first 3 points of the game. And these teams have no problem, Steve, going to work on the block, working down low. You can expect, I'm sure, a lot of post-ups as we get this one going.
Yeah, they love to play through the post. They look at basketball like the old school way. If we can draw a double team, that opens it up for wide open shots. But they figure the game is won down there in the trenches, right there on the left and the right block.
Back to Schroeder from the arc. Fournier pulls it down. And Orlando has possession. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And you know what? They were forced to go deep into their bench due to foul trouble, and that one didn't work out well.
Well, anytime you have to change up your rotation, it can disrupt the flow.
Babbitt, good.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
Right side, Gordon. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Payton on the double team. The dish to Bazemore. Now the feed to Plumlee. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
And he throws it right out of bounds. Careless mistake.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Kicks to Babbitt. Puts up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Babbitt's got 8.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
And the basket by Gordon.
See, this is how you dictate the flow of the game. He's been lit this quarter.
Payton on the double team. It's Prince on the wing. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Here's Vucevic. And yes, it's good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. Hawks passing it around. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum. You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks as always. Their goal early on is a simple one, keeping those opposing shooters from getting hot.
Yeah, and so defensively, they can't get tied into any one strategy. It might take a few different approaches here before they find one that works.
Greg, the reason why is you're never sure which of their shooters is going to get hot. The matchups will change depending on who's doing the most damage.
And here's Prince outside. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. Here's Payton. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
I'll tell you, Schroeder's a tough kid. You see the added strength. We'll see if he can complete the and one.
And Dennis Schroeder, very slippery with the ball in his hand.
Oh, yeah, you see the quickness, Kevin. He can get wherever he wants on the court. It's all about finishing when he gets in there.
One shot.
That one misses for Schroeder. Greg, it's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you've heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least one championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan? I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The Magic shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that six-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
You know what? When you don't box him out, he will burn you for it. He threw that putback down with the authority.
And that one drops for him. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think two things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
And the first one at the line is good.
And it's gotten to be an arms race around the league as far as player development. Every year, more teams investing in infrastructure. The Hawks no different. They cut the ribbon on a new 90,000 square foot practice facility this season.
He's perfect from the line this time. And one thing that's different about the Hawks' new practice facility, it's a joint venture with a couple sports science organizations, including Emory University's entire sports medicine branch.
Yeah, Kevin, it gives the Hawks a competitive edge. No better way to stay on the cutting edge than to share a building with those paving the way.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Orlando leading by 6. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
To the middle, here's Prince. Simmons with the defensive effort.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Double digits in the first quarter. The only thing they have to avoid is taking their foot off the gas.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And if there's one aspect of the game that really stood out for me, it was the rebounding. Basketball is about possessions, and you saw a noticeable difference in terms of the effort both teams were putting forth.
And that was the primary difference maker to me. Their lack of getting boards is what ultimately buried them in that game. And fans may get excited by big stats from individual players. For the Hawks, it's all about equal opportunity offense.
He's checked in for Luke Babbitt. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for the Magic.
You know, the play of their guards has been something to highlight. You love to see the backcourt contributing with the pass. When they're looking to make things easier for everyone, you see your bigs run the floor a little bit harder, and those things become contagious.
Here's Bazemore. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Here's Simmons. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 6 assists in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And it's good, 2 points.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Schroeder against Fournier. Bazemore for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Bazemore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Bazemore has developed into a reliable long-range shooter, especially from the corners.
And the basket by Payton.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Payton on the double team, and Alfred Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. Spates comes in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Payton. Outside, Bellinelli. They get it back. Muscala. Biyombo with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. First one falls for him.
And since Dwight Howard back in 2012, the rebuild effort just has languished here in Orlando, unable really to draft any superstar talent. And last season, trades for veteran talent didn't really move the needle either.
The Hawks making a switch here. Taylor's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And Greg, when you look at the Magic, do you see a plan or a roadmap here?
Well, you look at that trade for Serge Ibaka going into last season, and that was probably a sign that ownership was growing impatient. They wanted to cash in their chips and really go for it. And now they might need a rebuild from that rebuild.
You're right.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The Hawks trail by 13. Pass to Ilyasova. Hawks passing it around. Kept alive by Atlanta. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Taylor kicks to Muscala. Over to the left wing. Ilyasova a screen. Here's Bembry. Can they get it? Fires the 3. Hawks working now with a fresh shot clock.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
They grabbed their own miss. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Magic lead by 17.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Now the pass to Ilyasova. Passes to Bembry. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Biyombo. Right side Simmons over Bellinelli. And that one's good. Simmons
having a good, efficient start to this game offensively. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Atlanta calls timeout. Smitty, there are those players you worry that if they hit a couple in a row, man, they begin to heat up, and then they get in that microwave category where they can heat up in a hurry and watch out.
Those guys, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, Jamal Crawford, Kyle Korver, those guys, when they get on the roll, they keep going over and over and over, and they are seeking shots. Steph Curry, the list goes on and on, Kevin. I love watching when they get hot. And the Hawks, second in turnovers forced last season. What I love, they do it without fouling. Bottom 6 in personals.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Magic. They're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, so tough. And, of course, the Hawks, 4 games back.
And I think for the Magic, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
And Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer came from the Spurs, where they play a more conservative defensive style. They don't gamble.
Well, Bud, even he is a little surprised to coach a team that thrives on steal. It comes from fundamentals, though. Keep your hands high and wide, deny passing lanes, and force deflections.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And he makes that one. Magic leading by 13. Down low. Here's Spates. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Spates has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
No one near him. That's one he's got to hit. One he usually hits.
Wasted no time on that one. Spates has got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
1:06 left in the first quarter. Here's Augustine. And again, it's Maurice Spates. He's got 10.
Look, wherever points can be had, that's where you're going to find Maurice Spates showing up.
Ilyasova, no one around him. The Hawks again can't hit. Inside. And Maurice Spates, the bucket on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Ilyasova, a screen. There's the pick. Here's Bembry. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Orlando leading by 21. Basket counts.
They are just killing them on the interior.
You know, Maurice Spates, the ultimate pick and pop big. He's good playing off guards with the basketball, gets a lot of his scores from rolling or pretty much fading off screens, and he's one of the best at it with his timing.
One shot, behind the lanes.
And for Spates, he added a 3-point shot to his repertoire not too long ago, and it's made him an even greater threat as a big man. Steve playing away from the basket.
You know about Spates what I love? He comes in looking to score. Sometimes he's streaky, but when he's hot, he's hot.
The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Taylor kicks to Muscala. No good with the triple. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Orlando out in front, delivering the blowout. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
Taylor with the ball, looking for his first basket still in this one. On the court right now for the Hawks. Ilyasova out there with Muscala. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Taylor in at the one.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And it's Biyombo with the jam.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Hawks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Taylor passes to Muscala. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. No good on the triple.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Biyombo's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Out to the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Kept alive. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Taylor kicks to Ilyasova. Ilyasova a screen. Pass to Bembry. He dishes it to Ilyasova. It's hauled in by the Magic. Spates has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Azania. Here's Biyombo. Sinks that one from the post. Biyombo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
And Bellinelli kicks to Muscala. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Ooh, you gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
And Space can do this. He can light it up at times, give you offense when you weren't necessarily counting on it.
Taylor kicks to Ilyasova. Ilyasova a screen. Pass to Bembry. The 3. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Biyombo. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Biyombo's got 12.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Dishes it to Taylor. To the paint, here's Muscala. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Here's Spates. He can't hit that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And 2 teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Biyombo in the post. He's covered by Muscala. And it goes down 2 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Taylor kicks to Muscala. Drops in the tray. He's got 9.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Here's Spates. And it's Biyombo with the jam. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Taylor dishes to Muscala. Taylor passes to Muscala. Wide open. A rebound by Hazanya. Hazanya's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Simmons kicks to Hezonja. He gets that one.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Ilyasova passes to Bembry. No good on the three.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
They get it again. Simmons. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Bellinelli for three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Spades has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
Feeds it to Taylor. Offensive rebound. Here's Ilyasova. No good, unable to end this run.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
Here's Biyombo. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Hawks shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Augustine against Taylor. Sweet little floater.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Now, here's Biyombo. 20 points for him. Here's Augustine. Gets hauled in by Ilyasova. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The Magic shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. Here's Hezonja. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Hezonja's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Bembry kicks to Taylor. He feeds it to Bellinelli. Ilyasova, a screen on Simmons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Smitty, you played a couple seasons in the Northwest where the Portland Trailblazers are wildly successful and very, very popular. You hear rumblings about a return of the NBA to Seattle. Do you think it'll ever happen?
You know, Kevin, I hope so. There's a lot of places in the NBA, and we have some great cities. But I think Seattle, speaking for myself, was one of the favorites. They came out, they supported, obviously most fan bases support when they're winning. But even when Seattle was mediocre, that fan base was there. They enjoyed it. I love the Northwest. I'd hope it happens again. I hope NBA basketball returns to Seattle.
The first free throw is good. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Spates. Gordon comes in for Hezonja. Fournier is checked in for Jonathan Simmons. And it's Payton in for Augustine. Both free throws good from Bellinelli. And the Hawks going young on the perimeter, hunting out promising 3 and D wing.
Kevin, you see the success that teams like the Warriors have had with their length and versatility on the perimeter. Clearly, the Hawks are trying to go in that direction.
Bazemore for 3, and Vucevic pulls it down. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Gordon, he gets it in there. Gordon's got 16.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pulls up. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Bazemore.
Typically playing the role of catalyst. This time, Schroeder's the one who gets set up.
Vucevic with the bucket.
He couldn't have played it better. There was just enough room to get the shot off.
Hawks shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Bazemore. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Good. Magic shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. Buries the long-range jumper. Vucevic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And Bellinelli kicks it over to Schroeder. The dish to Babbitt. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the Hawks, Luke Babbitt. At the line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The Hawks making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Goes back up. And Vucevic with the layup. Vucevic has got 20 points.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Here's Schroeder. That one rolling around and rims out.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. He's got 22.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
He kicks to Babbitt. Schroeder dishes to Babbitt. Poke loose. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Payton's got 8.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Bazemore passes to Plumlee. Down low, Schroeder. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
Payton against Schroeder. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Now the feed to Plumlee. Plumlee with the screen. Atlanta gets it back.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball, that'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
Nobody near Schroeder. Hits it from three-point range. Schroeder's got 7 points here in this quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Kicks it out to Gordon. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Atlanta shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Schroeder kicks to Babbitt. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Payton.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
And it's Gordon missing.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
From deep, Prince. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Gordon. Over Prince. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Bazemore for 3. Rebound by the Magic.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
That free throw good from Gordon. He's perfect from the line this time. Atlanta shooting 45% in quarter number 2. Over to the left wing. And Gordon over to help. Babbitt dishes to Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. And let's take this chance now to break out the list of the league's leading teams in the steals department. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Here's Biyombo. Plumlee with the rebound.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
A floater, and that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 9 points in the quarter.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Vucevic with the bucket.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Schroeder kicks it to Bazemore. There's the 3. They get the rebound. Gordon against Prince. The drive by Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Dennis Schroeder. The Magic have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Aaron Gordon.
Two shot.
That free throw good from Gordon. And both free throws good for Gordon. 6 seconds left in the first half of the game. It's Schroeder with the drive. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Orlando called for the foul. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Dennis Schroeder, the 17th overall pick in 2013 out of Germany. He's got a flair you don't associate with European players.
Schroeder hits them both. Here's Payton. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's the Orlando Magic going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, great passing in the first half. How does that impact the offense when the ball's moving like we saw it?
everybody's getting easy shots. You know, it's much easier than contesting shots, and guys are knocking it down.
Well, a really good first half, Alfred. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everybody. So far, a pretty one-sided first half. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Bismack Biyombo. What a contribution.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first two quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando, the big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. And it's Simmons in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Vucevic. No good. Plumlee with some nice D. The Hawks shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Schroeder kicks to Plumlee. That one falls. Plumlee's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Atlanta. Magic shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. And the basket by Gordon.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Plumlee sets the pick for Prince. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Schroeder passes to Plumlee. To the paint. Here's Babbitt. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Steve, you were such a great shooter over the course of your terrific career. Is that something that just came naturally to you? Was it learning the right technique early on, or was it just repetition?
You know, Kevin, started off in high school. I was a big George Gervin fan, so I had my elbows out trying to shoot like him. Got to Michigan State, and Judd Heathcote had his little ruler making my elbow get in, and he had this thing called ready shoot. I did that over and over and over. So I would say naturally I was pretty good, but it was repetition and a guy like Judd Heathcote making me a good shooter into a better shooter. And then plus, I played with Tim Duncan and David Robinson one year. You're talking about wide open looks. I led the league in three-point shooting because of those guys.
And both free throws good for Babbitt. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Gordon, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Schroeder kicks to Babbitt, wide open. No good that time. And Orlando will come the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Vucevic dishes to Fournier. He goes up again. Babbitt grabs the board. Babbitt's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The Hawks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And the shot goes down.
I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Schroeder, it's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Plumlee with a screen on Payton. Here's Babbitt. Second chance shot, and there's the nice layup by Plumlee. Plumlee's got 10 points in the game.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Hawks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Now Bazemore. He's got 5. They double him with Vucevic. Plumlee with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Just 5 to shoot.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with the statement finish.
Magic have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Payton. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Bazemore passes to Schroeder. Buries it from 3-point range. Schroeder's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, when Dennis Schroeder gets hot, he can take over.
They grabbed their own miss. Vucevic, no good. They had a chance to end the run there. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Schroeder kicks to Plumlee. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for Orlando.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. Just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
The Magic shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Here's Schroeder. 18 points for him. Kicks it to Bazemore. And here's Plumlee. Plumlee sets the pick for Prince. And stolen by Fournier. The shot by Payton, no good. Plumlee with a screen on Payton. It's Prince on the wing. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Rebounded by the Hawks. Plumlee's got rebound number 8 now on the night. From deep, Prince. Another miss by Prince.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
For Orlando, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton. And Orlando making a change here. Augustine's checked in. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Muscala, he's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Ilyasova comes in for Luke Babbitt. Bembry's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Bellinelli in for Kent Bazemore. And both free throws good for Payton. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Now, Smitty, you look at Coach Bud, Mike Budenholzer of the Hawks. You got to love the equal opportunity offensive style he employs.
Yes, right out of the San Antonio Spurs playbook. A lot of passing. They talk about we want to get a great shot, not a good shot. Unselfish basketball.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Ilyasova can't hit. Well, Orlando shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. That doesn't go either for Payton.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Hawks have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. Spates checked in for Payton. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
The drive by Vucevic. Can't get it to drop. His 5th miss. He's made 10 of 15. Schroeder kicks to Bembry. From 13. And the shot falls short this time.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Schroeder with the ball. 18 points for him. And Bellinelli kicks it over to Schroeder. Augustine with the steal. And now, here comes Augustine leading the break. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Rebound by the Hawks.
Whoo, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. That 3 off the mark. The Magic shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And the basket by Gordon.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Atlanta's shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The Hawks again can't hit.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him. Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
So it's the Hawks now. Schroeder dishes to Ilyasova. Back to Schroeder. To the inside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And now Orlando on the break, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Fournier. To the inside, Muscala. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Down low, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. Atlanta shooting 40% from the field. Schroeder passes to Ilyasova. Bembry kicks it over to Schroeder. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Ilyasova dishes to Schroeder. There's the pass to Bembry. Offensive rebound. Vucevic with the block. They recover it, and he gets it back.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
They grab their own miss, and that one drops. Vucevic has got 8 here in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Schroeder kicks to Muscala. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, a scoring-minded point guard. We know that. Started his career backing up Jeff Teague. Last season, though, the Hawks handed Schroeder the keys.
Well, Orlando shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Augustine, no luck. Augustine with the steal. Shoots the 3. Orlando with a fresh 24.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard. Gets them another possession and allows them to run even more clock.
Schroeder kicks to Muscala. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them. And the Hawks see Schroeder as their starting point guard of the future.
And they're not the only one who likes him. A lot of other GMs picking up the phone.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Snatched up. Ilyasova gets the bucket. Ilyasova's got 14 points for the game.
Oh, what an ugly start to this quarter. Only 1 of 8 from the field.
Fournier's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Passes it to Muscala. Out to the right wing. Here's Ilyasova. Misses off the right iron.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
Fournier for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
The defense was decent, but not good enough. That's his shot, and when he gets any daylight, he's going to let it fly.
Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by Fournier. Now Bellinelli. And he lays it straight in.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
Here's Vucevic. Here's Spates. That one, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Biyombo is checked in for Orlando. Hezonja comes in for Aaron Gordon. Taylor's checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. Back to Ilyasova. From deep. A rebound by Hezonja. Hezonja's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
And though he's focused on his perimeter game, Spates showing he can still get it done at the rim.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Taylor kicks to Muscala. Puts it up from 15. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Muscala's got 16.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
Bellinelli. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Our closer is our tempo, intelligent tempo. Let's still run. 1, 2, 3.
And that's Frank Vogel asking his guys to dictate the pace and ramp it up a little bit.
Yeah, he wants them to push the action, but just be smart about how they do it. Aggressive, yes. Careless, no.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got Miles Plumlee. Taylor is out there with Luke Babbitt. And it's Delaney in at the 2 spot.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Atlanta's shooting not great, 40% for the game. Outside, Taylor. And that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Well, the NBA has taken great strides to ensure a competitive balance, Steve, over the past decades, but they have a long way to go to achieve complete parity. I don't know that it can ever be done. How do you feel about the current competitive balance of the league right now?
No, I think it's good, but Kevin, you're totally right. You can't get complete parity. You're going to have injuries, and I think when you have injuries, it changes the whole dynamic of these teams. So far, so good for me. I think it's a lot of balance. Good teams are good for a while, and then it always shifts and changes. I think we're in good hands right now. Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Taylor passes to Babbitt. Here's Dorsey. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Magic shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. To the wing right side. Back to Mack. Over Taylor. Tries yet again. He takes it up and lays it in. Spades has got 23 points.
Well, first of all, you see the size that he brings. Maurice Speights was an interior player when he entered the league.
In the corner, it's Delaney. The Hawks again can't hit. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. They get it back. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Guys, he's having a ball out there. I mean, we knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
And he's not going to back off. Even with that big lead, he's going to get more motivated to keep stretching out their lead.
Here's Speights. Speights missing again. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And Dorsey kicks to Taylor. On the last few seasons, the NBA has seen its share of teams that provide that villain role for the league. The Warriors, perhaps with Kevin Durant, LeBron when he was in Miami and now in Cleveland. You think having a villain in the NBA is a good thing for the league?
Well, I think the right type of villain. And when you start talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James, those are right type of villains because they're getting criticized as a villain because of not of their actions on the floor or off the court, just the choices they made to switch teams. But both those guys, LeBron and Kevin Durant, so far has handled it perfectly, and that's why the league's in good hands. And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Plumlee, back to Taylor. And Taylor with the stuff.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
You might look at him and think he can't get up, but he finds a way to consistently surprise the D by rising way above them time after time.
2 points, that one goes.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Stops, pops. Afflalo pulls it in. Orlando, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Doing some solid looks for them.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Taylor dishes to Babbitt. Pass to Delaney. Feeds to Babbitt. Gets an open look and hits. Babbitt's got 20 points. The Magic have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. And he comes up with the deuce.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Atlanta's shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. There's the pick. Off the pick. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
That one good for 2.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Atlanta's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. The Magic shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Atlanta with the ball. And Smitty, with your perspective from your years in the league, as you watch the game now, what are some of the things you most enjoy watching or paying attention to when you watch an NBA game?
I think different. You know, back in my day, it was more of the 1, 2, the third option guys on the team. They got the basketball the majority of the time. I love the way now guys move the basketball around. It gets to the 5th option, and those guys are a threat. And also, those guys knock down more big shots now. Not just the superstars. So just watching the game evolve to more of a team game, it's a joy to watch, Kevin.
Is there better coaching now, you think, overall, Steve, than when you played? And that's not an indictment of the coaches that you had, but is there more of it now? Is there better coaching or bigger staffs for sure?
I think it was better coaching back in my day, but I think the philosophies have changed right now. I think they have better philosophies on how to approach the game, but I think overall it was better coaching in my day.
That's a very good answer. Here's Azania. Good, and the nice assist from Mack.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Now here's Taylor. He's covered by Mack. Plumlee with the screen to end the run. Orlando grabs the miss.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Here's Delaney. He's guarded by Afflalo.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Connects from three-point range. Speights has got 11 points in the quarter.
You can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this lead.
From deep, a putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
But they'll get another chance.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards.
Here's Delaney. Plumlee with the screen. Delaney kicks to Taylor. Hands it from downtown.
And that's his second triple of the game. Hadn't hit any in the first half. Maybe they made an adjustment at the break.
Here's Speights. Banked in off the glass. Speights has got 15 points here in the second half.
How about the quarter he's having? Tremendous execution on the offensive end, helping to further fuel this lead.
Taylor passes to Dorsey. Well, every so often a team will have a home game and see their stadium flooded with fans for the away team. Happens when a especially good, popular team is playing a team kind of in a bad part of their schedule, or maybe just in a bad part of their development. Smitty, do players notice when this happens, and does it bother them at all?
Yeah, players notice it. It does bother you. It happened to me when in the Chicago Bulls era. You're hearing people cheering more for Michael Jordan than their own players. It's because people love to see winners. People have their favorite players, and a lot of people right now look at it as they want to come see their favorite player. As a player, you just got to go out, beat Michael Jordan, go out and win, and usually the fans will turn into your favor.
Out to the right wing, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Prince is checked in for Atlanta. Plumlee with the screen. Babbitt from long range. Aflalo pulls it in. Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Isaac uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, I like the concentration there. Isaac showing how skilled he is on the block. Feels like no one can stop him.
Pass to Taylor. He dishes it to Babbitt. The shot. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Swiped it away. Prince outside. Dishes it to Babbitt. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Babbitt's got 27.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
Plumlee sets the pick for Prince. Spates with the block.
Great closeout by Spates. It can be tough to get the ball over his length.
Mack, good.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Hawks shooting 39% from the floor, not their best. Taylor kicks to Babbitt. Prince outside. Well, Steve, it's something that everyone has a different opinion on. How do you feel about the current amount of years a player has to play in college before they enter the NBA draft?
Well, Kevin, I look at it this way. I like the notion that people have been throwing around that you're able to come out of high school and go to NBA. But if you choose to go to college, you must play 2 years. So I'm leaning toward and researching and looking at that. I think I'm on board with that because there are some guys that have the opportunity straight out of high school, and there are some guys I think need college. So I think if they can balance that out, and I think that's the way I would be leaning.
I like that perspective.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Orlando.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Here's Isaac. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
You know, plenty of teams, they try this strategy. Works when you're hot, but works against you when you're not.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're in front. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
You know, I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I'm not questioning that either, but he clearly hasn't given up on this one quite yet.
Now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He came off the bench to give them a major boost and prevent 2 straight losses. That's just the kind of contribution you're hoping to get from your bench. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Spates. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Spates has got 40 points. Taylor kicks to Dorsey. He feeds it to Muscala. Here's Aflalo, and he converts the layup.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Aaron Aflalo, that's his first personal foul. At the line for the Hawks, Isaiah Taylor. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Taylor. And Taylor drops them both. And here's Augustine. Misses the shot. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Elfrid, first off, congrats on the win. What was the key to getting this one?
Oh, man, we made shots. We did a good job of, just getting to the rim.
Big effort tonight, Elfrid. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.